incident has produced shockwaves across Israel. Our reporting has now led to the Israeli military's chief of staff making the decision to suspend the entire battalion from operational activity, pulling hundreds of these Israeli soldiers from this same battalion from operations in the West Bank, sending them back to base for training. They will only return to service with the approval of the commander of Central Command, who oversees Israel's military occupation of the West Bank. In addition to that, we've now learned that one of the soldiers who spoke to us during our nearly 2-hour detention, who talked about this notion of revenge motivating these soldiers' activity in the West Bank, who talked about trying to help these illegal Israeli settler outposts in the West Bank, he has been dismissed from the Israeli military. The soldier who assaulted my cameraman, Cyril Theophilus, he has not yet been dismissed from the military, but we do understand, according to an Israeli military spokesperson, that he is being investigated by the Israeli military police over this. And we also have this comment from Lieutenant General Eyal Zamir, the chief of staff of the Israeli military, who made this decision. He says, quote, "Weapons are to be used solely for the purpose of carrying out the mission and never for revenge. We will not accept such incidents within the ranks of the IDF." And
at least not while CNN reporters are reporting.
While it has obviously been extraordinary to see what is a fairly unprecedented reaction from the Israeli military, both in speed and in scale, it is important to know that a lot of that has to do with who was involved in this incident, and that is us. As American journalists in this incident, to see this swift reaction from the Israeli military, where in cases involving Palestinian journalists or in cases involving violence against Palestinians in the West Bank, too often we see investigations that are announced but that do not lead to any consequences. What we also have yet to see from the Israeli military is any kind of real action to use this moment to address what the Israeli security establishment increasingly sees as a problem, which is the rampant and rising settler violence in the West Bank, which has been surging over the course of the last several weeks during the war with Iran. We are continuing to see attacks by Israeli settlers as recently as today against Palestinians there. Pam?
At least he's being honest about things. Meanwhile, Trump must be jealous as hell. He wishes his troops could assault the media in the United States the way Israeli troops have.